Hello Internet, welcome to Merlin's Archery Adventures. Okay, so as I mentioned on my last videos on these bows, I said I'd do a bit of a comparison, a bit of a roundup at the end, so I thought it'd be nice to just put the two bows next to each other and just compare them really, see which one comes out on top and see which one I'd want to take home if I was given the choice. So, I mean, looking at them, on paper, I'd say Win&Win comes out on top. It's by far the better looking bow. It certainly feels like it's far better quality than the Hoyt Buffalo. It's quicker. I mean, it shoots a 400 grain, a 28 inch long 400 grain arrow out at 62.2 feet per second. It's lighter in the hand at 2.5 pounds mass weight. Yeah, it really is a stunning bow, and I think in my other videos I said sort of how sexy it was, and I stand by that. I think it is an incredibly good looking bow. It blew me away when I first opened it up. I thought very highly of it just on the appearances alone. Price wise, it's the more expensive of the two. It's £586.92. So it's £62.52 more expensive than the Hoyt Buffalo. So we need to determine whether or not that extra £62.52 is worth it. So let's compare that to the Buffalo. I mean, the Buffalo is heavier in the hand at 3.2 pounds, so it's a bit more weight to it. It's not as quick as the Win&Win. It spits an arrow out at, same arrow, 400 spine arrow, 28 inches long, spits that out at 158.2 feet per second, so it's 4 feet per second slower than the Win&Win. The finish of it is nowhere near as good as the Win&Win. It's a painted riser, so there's paint on there and there's a couple of burrs where it hasn't quite been finished right. I mean, my experiences with Hoyts, they don't seem to be finished as well as they used to be. Maybe that's just my experience, but yeah, it's nowhere near the quality that the Win&Win is. So it's heavier, it's slower, it is cheaper. I mean, it is £524.40. So like I say, it's you know, £62.52 cheaper. But saying that, I have to go and say which one I prefer to shoot the most, and that has to be the Hoyt Buffalo. There's no doubt in my mind that this shoots beautifully. It's quick. I think I mentioned looking back on both of these videos, I spoke about noise, but when you're shooting a bow, you hear a different noise to what everybody else hears. So when I went back and watched the videos on these two bows, they were both very quiet bows, actually. I think I said the Hoyt was noisy, but from where I was shooting it sounded noisy. But listening to them, they were both very quiet. But I've got to say, I really enjoyed shooting the Hoyt Buffalo over the Win&Win. The Win&Win was incredibly accurate, and it's a very sweet shooter. It's one of the sweetest shooting bows I've ever shot in, to be honest. I think I mentioned in the video, it lacks a bit of soul. There's just something missing with the Win&Win, and I don't know what it is. It's tuned to perfection, is the way I described it. It just shoots incredibly well, but it shoots too well. You don't feel anything. You get no feedback from it. It's quite odd. I found it very difficult to articulate what I was trying to say with that bow. It's too good, but it's so good it's almost turned into a negative. I hope again that makes sense. I hope I'm not coming across as a madman. Where the Hoyt Buffalo, I felt everything, but I enjoyed shooting it far more than I did the Win&Win, and it's quite weird. So I think I've got to say the better bow technically is the Win&Win, without a shadow of doubt. Which bow am I taking home? I'm taking home the Hoyt Buffalo, albeit in a different colour combination. I'm not keen on the silver and the black. I'm sorry, Hunger Games fans. I'd go for a black riser, blackout riser with maple limbs. I think that would make that a far better looking bow, in my opinion. Obviously, if you're after the bow from the Hunger Games, then the silver one with blackout limbs is the one you're going to go for. But yeah, I've probably rambled on about these bows for far too long now. I hope you found that useful. I've really enjoyed shooting these two bows. None of these are a bad bow, in my opinion. They're both absolutely fantastic bows. It's just what you want, really. Do you want something that's tuned to absolute perfection, or do you want something that's a little bit rough around the edges but it's fun to shoot? Only you can make that decision. But I hope you've enjoyed that. Well, you take care, shoot straight, and I shall see you on the internet. Bye bye.